wedding, corporate event, birthday bash, or just a night to remember, Just Cool Radio is your go-to DJ and dance entertainer, guaranteed to make your event unforgettable. With an extensive music library spanning all genres, Just Cool Radio knows how to read the crowd and keep the dance floor packed all night long. From classic hits to the latest chart toppers, every song is expertly mixed to perfection, creating a seamless flow that keeps the party vibes high. But that's not all. Just Cool Radio brings more than just music. With dynamic lighting, engaging MC skills, and interactive dance routines, this entertainment package is designed to captivate and thrill your guests from start to finish. Whether it's an intimate gathering or a grand celebration, Just Cool Radio tailors the experience to match your vision and exceed your expectations. Book Just Cool Radio today and turn your event into an extraordinary celebration of music, dance, and pure fun. For booking and inquiries, visit www.justcoolradio.com or call +44 7904 598 848. Get ready to dance the night away with Just Cool Radio, where every beat brings the heat.
Just Cool Radio, and this on the dial set. Dirty.
Are you looking to take your business, community project, or product to the next level? Want to reach a dynamic and engaged audience? Look no further than JusCoolRadio.com. At Just Cool Radio, we offer the perfect platform to showcase your brand. Our diverse programming and loyal listeners are the ideal match for your advertising needs. Whether you're a local business, an emerging entrepreneur, we've got you covered. Want to add some star power to your event? Book Just Cool Radio talent to bring excitement and professionalism to your next big occasion. Our talented hosts and DJs will keep your audience entertained and engaged. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Visit JusCoolRadio.com today to learn more about our affordable advertising packages and booking options. Just Cool Radio, disturbing the silence, catching the eyes of many.
Once upon a time, in the cozy Just Cool Radio studio, where the beats were always bumping and the vibes were always cool, lived a tiny kitten named Bop. Bop was the pet star of JusCoolRadio.com, and she loved nothing more than snuggling up next to her owner, Anton Too Bad DJ, after a long day of spinning tunes. One fateful night, after a particularly groovy radio show hosted by Glam Nadz and featuring a special guest MC, Bop found herself alone in the studio, surrounded by all the equipment that made her owner's beats come to life. Mesmerized by the blinking lights and shiny buttons, Bop couldn't resist exploring the DJ controls. Just as Bop was about to give up on her DJ dreams and curl up for a catnap, two unlikely friends burst into the studio. King Trunks, the big, friendly elephant, and Snaky, the sneaky snake with a mischievous glint in her eye. Together, they introduced Bop to the secret world of the Just Cool studio with a catchy rap song that had Bop bouncing to the beat. But their fun was interrupted when King Trunks suddenly had to attend to an urgent matter, blowing his nose and using the restroom. Left alone with Snaky, Bop soon realized that not all the creatures in the studio were as friendly as King Trunks. Snaky, with her sly smile, tried to trick Bop into handing over the spare key to the DJ equipment. "You see, dear Bop," Snaky whispered, "there's a magic key hidden in my belly that makes the DJ equipment work perfectly. All you have to do is crawl in and fetch it." Bop hesitated, unsure of Snaky's intentions. But before she could make a decision, King Trunks returned with a mighty trumpet, sending Snaky slithering away in fear. With a swift stomp and a gentle trunk lift, King Trunks banished Snaky from the studio, ensuring Bop's safety. As Anton returned to the studio, unaware of the nighttime adventure that had unfolded, Bop felt a sense of relief and gratitude towards her newfound friends. With a contented purr and a sleepy meow, Bop curled up next to Anton, feeling safe and loved. And as the stars twinkled outside the studio window, King Trunks leaned in close to Bop and whispered, "As long as you are in the Just Cool Radio kingdom, you are safe." With a happy heart, Bop drifted off to sleep, knowing that she was surrounded by friends who would always watch over her. And so in the magical world of Just Cool Radio, where pet toys come to life and adventures await, Bop's first night in the studio became a tale of friendship, bravery, and the power of music to...
That one away, the one verse is surprising. Say them can't smile it. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hello, hello. Hey. Blessings, guys. Blessings. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Your Time with Nadz on JusCoolRadio, guys. Every Wednesday, you already know the vibes, 10 till 12. Yeah, sexy R&B, guys. Sexy R&B. Warm up. And then if you haven't seen already advertised, my amazing guest will be in the building very soon. I'm looking forward to meeting her and having her come up. So, yeah, as we do. Yeah. I've missed you guys so much. It's been a while. And we got a whole new setup. Well, it's my first time seeing the setup and I really, really like it. So I hope you guys like it too. But we're going to get into it, guys. We're going to get into some tunes. Yeah. It's been an eventful week. So I hope you guys are all enjoying your midweek feels. And we're going to take us to a particular song that I've actually just been banging out in my car, guys. You know how it goes, guys. I only play songs that I genuinely enjoy and listen to on and off radio, right? So we're here, guys. We're here. And so we're going to get into No One Else featuring Jeremiah and Lola Brooke. It's a vibe, guys. I really like this one. It's my weakness. Yes, big up everybody in the building, man. More love, more blessings.
For you, shit was getting fried, was getting sticky for you, and I was deep in by your side, and I was rooting for you. Seeing all the lies, I wasn't hating on you. Guess I'm trying to be a better person. I guess a nigga back to working. Can't you see the damage on me? And when we on road, I got the hammer on me. And when we on road, I got the hammer on me. I guess you would know where I've been. Came back to let you know. I searched to find the love within. If you knew better, then you'll do better. I came back to let you know. Came back to let you know. I can't let go. I swear that we were locked in. I thought it was forever, baby. You never had to worry about the cheddar, baby. The real love and basketball love. It's crazy, that's how we end up. You stay in my head rent free. No pun intended. I got a thing for you, and I can't let go. I guess you would know where I've been. Came back to let you know. I searched to find the love within. If you knew better, then you'll do better. I came back to let you know. Came back to let you know. I can't let go.
Yeah, guys, nice little freestyle there. Do you know, I feel like I really do wish this wasn't the whole tune, you know, but we move, guys. Next up right now, you've got Mine by Zion Foster and Jesse Nelson. Get into it. Yeah, stay locked in, guys. Make sure you tap up the screen, share up the live. You already know the vibe.
In the room, yeah, tipsy off the juice. Then I noticed you.
And don't shush yourself, guys, if you can't make it for this live tonight, because it will go up on JusCoolRadio's all the pages, but the one we need. Social medias, right? You can definitely find it on all the social medias, but for sure, make sure you head over to the YouTube channel, guys, and subscribe, like, and share the content, okay? Love, back into it. Mine, Zion Foster and Jesse Nelson.
Ain't gonna waste no time, no.
Back up, rewind, girl, cause I'm giving you that tonight, tonight,
I'm tryna make you mine, Hop up in my ride, where we go tonight, I don't really mind, I'll let you decide, you know what I like, we gon' take our time,
You can put that all on me. How'd you fit that in those jeans? Acting like an angel, but I know that you're a freak. Can't wait to get you in those sheets.
I'm tryna make you mine, ain't tryna waste no time,
Back up, rewind, girl, cause I'm giving you that tonight,
waste your time, no.
Throw it back and be mine, girl, 'cause I'm giving you that tonight, tonight,
I'm tryna make you, I'm tryna make you, I'm tryna make you mine, oh.
Yes, guys, that midweek sexy R&B vibe, yeah? There we go. Big up everyone locked in. Stay locked in. 10 till 12. Yes, guys, that was mine. Zion Foster and Jessie Nelson. Next up, we have got Peace of... We're going to go into Thames Replay. Big up yourself, Queen. Big up yourself. Let me make sure everyone can hear you okay. Yeah, where would you like to go? Let's
just so where we could see ourselves.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. Oh Lord, wait, let's see. Yeah, that would.
Yeah, there we go.
That would help. Let's see so we can. Oh Lord, I did something. Oh dear. I'm trying to. Oh, guys, the whole new setup. I'm just. Yeah. Let's see if that will work. That should. If we can get it to. Hey. Yes, my lovely.
Yes.
Love it. So yes, guys, Natasha, Amina in the building.
Hey, it's so good to be here.
That's all right, my lovely. Speak into the mic for me if that's okay.
Yes. So it's really great to be here. Honestly, it's so exciting.
Yeah. It's been a long time coming. I remember I saw you at a festival performing.
That's right.
Yeah, and I spoke to my friend. I was like, listen, I've got to get her in. Like, I feel like the way you perform, you've got stage presence, and you know, you can actually dance as well. Which, I mean, these days it's like most times artists, they're good artists, good recording artists. When it comes to being on stage, it's a little bit different. So big up yourself, my lovely.
Thank you so much. No, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. So Natasha, Amina, is that your real name?
Yes, actually, it's actually my middle name. So,
okay.
Yeah, so I thought, you know, when I was looking for an artist name, I just felt like my middle name really fit perfectly for it, and it was just like I never really used my middle name. Yeah. So when it came to like, you know, looking for an artist name, I just felt like Natasha Amina really fitted for me. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I got to it.
I love that. Yeah, keep it cute, keep it simple.
Literally, you know, and it represents me, of course, as well. Yeah. So I just thought, you know, I'll just, you know, keep it, you know, my middle name, and now I've got an excuse to use it. So yeah.
There you go, honey. Why not? Well, as I love to do is obviously play one of the artist songs before we really get into our interview. So one particular song that actually stood out for me. So don't worry, it's not in order of when it was released or whatnot. It's just kind of like what I vibed with. Yeah,
of course. Come on.
So I really, really love this particular track, "Money on My Mind," honey. Yeah, it's a vibe. So we're gonna spin it right now. Guys, we've got Natasha Amina in the building. Your time with Nadz on Just Cool Radio. Yeah, Money on My Mind right now. Let's run it.
It'd probably take her.
Yes.
It's Natasha Amina. No more giving out my time, boy. I'ma give you what you pay for. I'ma turn it upside down, boy. I'ma give you what you came for.
Yes, Amina.
Hear me when I say this.
Go on, girl.
You know, and they far from basic. If you don't know me by now, boy, I'ma show you what I'm made of. No 9 to 5, stage is my life. I will never stop, give it all I got till I get what's mine. Take over time, pay on my mind. They be calling, I'm talking all a lot, saying I'm gon' shine. If I pull up, you gon' pay this. I don't really have to say it, cause I get it when I want, spend it when I want.
I love this song. We're gonna take it back, guys. Now we got to. This was a whole vibe. It's really giving me like the old school R&B, like, and I love that. Really do.
No more giving out my time, boy. I'ma give you what you pay for. I'ma turn it upside down, boy. I'ma give you what you came for. Hear me when I say this. You know, and they far from basic. If you don't know me by now, boy, I'ma show you what I'm made of. No 9 to 5, stage is my life. I will never stop, give it all I got till I get what's mine.
Take over time, pay on my mind. They be calling, I'm talking all a lot, saying I'm gon' shine. If I pull up, you gon' pay this. I don't really have to say it, cause I get it when I want, spend it when I want, cause I've been making paychecks. Money on my mind, cause I'm about to get paid. Feeling like I'm on my way, calling on my girls, cause we about to go in. Looking like we're on display. Feels like money's in the air, money's in the air. Feels like I don't really care, plenty money over here. I don't play about it, boy, don't waste my time. You ain't talking money, please don't call my line. They say they're about it, but I heard that line. I know I'm about it when I say showtime. I don't do this for no status.
Yeah. Big up everyone in the building, guys. Natasha, Amina is what we're listening to right now, guys. Money on my mind. That's what's up.
No 9 to 5, stage is my life. I will never stop, give it all I got till I get what's mine. Take over time, pay on my mind. They be calling, I'm talking all a lot, saying I'm gon' shine. If I pull up, you gon' pay this. I don't really have to say it, cause I get it when I want, spend it when I want, cause I've been making paychecks. Money on my mind, cause I'm about to get paid. Feeling like I'm on my way, calling on my girls, cause we about to go in. Looking like we're on display. Feels like money's in the air, money's in the air. Feels like I don't really care, plenty money over here.
Yes. Come on, Natasha. Wow, what you about to sell? That is such a vibe. That tune right there is such a vibe. Do you remember when you came out with the song? Like, what was the inspiration with it?
Well, you know, I was always looking for a tune, like, you know, like we always are working hard, grinding.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're all trying to get to the bag. And I thought,
Yeah.
you know what, I need a money tune.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what, when it came to the song, to production,
yeah.
I was just like, you know what, this is the right vibe for a money tune, you know, just to represent my girls, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That we're all
that
out
anthem.
Here, you know what I'm saying? We're all business women, you know what I'm saying? Grinding hard, making that money.
Yeah.
And that's how I got the inspiration for it. So, yeah, and
I
everyone loves it. They say it's really inspirational to them. You know what I mean? We're all out here doing the same thing, you know? So,
yeah, big up yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, it really is like an empowering song. Like, as you listen to it, you're like, yeah, man, yeah, bring that money, come, I need, I'm saying, like, you could do anything you put your mind to, really, isn't it?
You.
So I'd love the audience to get to know a bit more about you know, Natasha behind the art, behind the music.
Yeah.
So as
and
far...
money on my mind as well, sorry to cut you,
Go on.
you know, like, at the time, you know, I got to pick up my girl, Christella, you know, Christella Management, because she was the one that hooked me up with the production.
Okay.
And that's how I came with the inspiration for
the
song as well. So,
okay.
you know, I just got to also, you know, big up my girl as well for that one. And, you know, we've been doing really, really well as a team, you know what I mean, and pushing the song. And the video is done really, really well as well.
Yes.
So you guys can go check that out.
Yes,
Money on my mind.
Yeah.
Out now. So, yeah.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Love that for you. Yeah, we're definitely going to touch on a couple of those points that you actually made. I think they're very key and vital to how, you know, an artist builds themselves up in this industry. But as far as yourself and the woman behind it all, can you let the people know like where you're from, what area you're from, and what your ethnicity is?
Yeah, so I grew up in Northwest London, and you know, my background is actually Dominican and Moroccan.
Ooh,
so
I wouldn't have guessed that. I don't know what I would have thought, to be honest. I just thought, okay, maybe Caribbean, but I wouldn't have put those two together.
Well, you got that right. You know, Dominican, you know what I mean? You know, I got my Caribbean family, my Caribbean roots.
Yeah.
So, and, you know, obviously I got my Moroccan roots as well, which is nice. So it's two different cultures, which is lovely. Yeah.
How did you find that growing up? Which is, who's Dominican and who's Moroccan?
So my mum is actually Dominican, and my dad is Moroccan.
So, so how did you find that being in a household with two different cultures?
I thought thought it was really nice to have, you know, two different cultures. You know, you would look forward to, you know, when you're going to your grandma's having your chicken and rice. Yeah. And then you would look forward to, you know, when you're going to, you know, to when I'm going to my Moroccan family and we're having our couscous and all of that, you know what I mean? So it was really nice to have two different types of food, and it's, you know, it's lovely to see the two different cultures. So I feel like I was really blessed and lucky to have that.
Yeah, no, that's lovely. That's lovely. Do you have a big family then?
Yeah, it was a big family.
Yeah. So if you can remember back to, like, obviously growing up when you was younger, like who kind of what artists did you listen to, or how was music introduced to you in your childhood that made you like fall in love with like music?
Yeah, well, my family was very much into music, especially my mum. You know, I grew up like watching her dancing to her music, and you know, it would be R&B, and then I grew up listening to, like, you know, Destiny's Child, you know, Jennifer Lopez, Michael Jackson was also a big influence. I would say Ashanti, Aaliyah. There was quite a few, to be honest, you know, because I was surrounded by good R&B music from a young age, you know. So I feel like that's really influenced me as well into my music nowadays. Yeah. So yeah, you know, there's quite a few growing up listening to
no, for sure. By the sounds of it, it's kind of like, you know, I feel like a lot of the artists you mentioned are like 90s, 2000s, like that kind of vibe. And I honestly feel like that era in time, as far as music goes, it's not really been replicated. Do you know what I mean? But I actually you can hear the inspiration come through in your music. Because as you're listening, I'm like, oh yeah, you do sound a bit like this and that. Right. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's really cool that you're channeling like that, because it's what inspired you. So as far as like your personal style, do you have a different style, like say for like when you're performing compared to just your kind of like day-to-day kind of style? Do you kind of take inspiration from some of those artists when it comes to your performance style when you're styling yourself?
Yeah, there's some artists will inspire me, you know, with clothing and stuff. But I like to normally just like I've always been a glitz and glam kind of girl.
Yeah,
and I've
been like for the glam.
You know, come on, you know.
Yeah,
exactly.
Love a bit of glam.
And you know, from such a young age, I've always been into that. And you know, my mum as well, she's into the beauty industry. Okay, so I was surrounded by all of that, all like the makeup and, you know, hair and nails, all of it, you know. So I feel like it also was a massive influence to me. And then like now that I'm doing my music, I feel like it's a really nice way to be able to also combine that together, where like I can, you know, I love like my glittery dresses and my sparkly tops, you know. From when it comes to my shows and it comes to my music videos and stuff like that, everyone knows that I'm gonna be doing some sort of glam, because everyone knows me for my diamonds and all of that, you know what I mean, and stuff. So yeah, you know, normally that's what I would, when it comes to the shows and when it comes to like my videos, anything that's online, everyone knows there's going to be a bit of glam when it comes to Natasha Amina.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think, you know what, that's great, because it means you show consistency in your brand. Yeah. You know, because it's like, sometimes for artists when they're starting out, you might see them one way at the beginning, and by the end of, like, do you know what I'm saying, they're a whole different, you know, that visually they look so different, or, you know, even the sound of the music and things like that. I mean, it's always good to evolve, but it's also good to keep that consistency. Like, they know they're going to get glam from you. They know they're going to get the whole shebang, the whole show, you know. So when it comes to performing, how do you kind of prepare yourself for performance?
Well, it's quite a lot, actually, because a lot of people, they see all the glitz and the glam, but it is actually, you know, it can be quite a lot of hard work, especially when it comes to me. I like to like plan, you know, and strategize my performances beforehand, you know, because I started off as a dancer as well. So,
interesting.
So,
okay.
You know, from a young age, you know, because I used to see my mum dancing to the music and stuff, I got into dancing as well. Okay. So, you know, from a young age, I've been dancing and singing. Yeah. So, yeah, literally, you know, from since a young age, I've always loved to, you know, just...
But is
strategize my stuff and just, you know, literally when it comes to my performances, you know, I put my dance routines into it, you know what I'm saying? I'll plan my outfits for that particular song. You know what I mean? And then I like to really entertain the crowd, you know what I mean? I think it's really important, you know, especially with the artists that I've grown up listening to and watching growing up, like Beyonce and you know, Michael Jackson. They're very like, you know, when it comes to their shows, you know what I mean, they're very
it's
like they
whole
go out
theatrical,
way, they go all the way out. You know what I mean, they go real big when it comes to, you know, performing. And you know, I feel like that's been really an influence on me as well. So yeah, all the time when it comes to my performances, I like to plan what I'm gonna wear. You know, I always make up a dance routine as well when it comes to my releases, so that every single time I'm on stage, there's a little dance routine to it. And you know, literally, it's great. You know, I really enjoy it. It's a passion for me. You know, I love it.
I love that. I love that. So you said you started off with dancing, obviously being inspired by your mum and people around you and things like that, and the artists that inspired you. So as far as dance, so from dance, how did you kind of was it just a natural transition? Like, oh, I actually want to be a singer. At what point did you decide that this is what I want to do as a career?
Yeah, so like through the dancing, you know, from a young age, my mum, she saw I had a passion, you know, for, you know, music and the dance. So she was taking me to like, you know, to like ballet classes, tap dance classes, you know, singing classes. And it was through all of that I managed to find a voice. You know, people would say, you know, you got a good voice, you should sing, you know. I used to do also like theatre productions as well. So that used to come with a lot of, you know, dancing and singing. So through that, like a lot of people used to really say, you got good voice, you know, you should sing. And that's how I managed to get a passion through singing as well, you know, after that. And that's just always from, you know, from what I can remember, you know, from a young age, from school days, I've always been singing and dancing. And even when it came to prom, I won Miss Singer and everything.
I love that. I love that.
You know, so everyone remembers me for that as well. And I think a lot of people that know me always knew that I was going to do something with music, because I was always surrounded by it, always performing, always around the music. So I'm guessing that a lot of people probably knew that.
That at some point that you no, for sure. And I guess obviously with like doing theatre, that kind of like prepares you confidence wise as well to put yourself out there as a singer, because sometimes it's like, I suppose it although they're both performance creatively, they're both performance style things like to do, obviously dancing, but then when it comes to the singing, it is a little bit different in a way, isn't it? Yes. Like, so for you, I suppose, was that transition quite easy then, because you already did it all, and it was so
it was like kind of natural for me to transition into singing. And you know, like now for the past 7-8 years now, I've been taking it professionally now, you know, singing and stuff. So but from a young age, I've always been surrounded by it. So
that's dope. I love that for you. Okay, so while we're on that, we're gonna play another one of your tunes, Money on My Mind.
Yes, we just played Money on My Mind.
So, okay. So my bad. So we're gonna go for
this next one. Everyone loves this one.
We're gonna go for this one then. Excuse me, my lovely. I thought for some reason.
I'm telling you, literally, like the list of songs that are on.
There's a lot, guys. There's a lot, which is always a good thing.
Not even great. I don't even know how you handle all of it. You do it so
I know
amazing.
Sometimes it gets a little bit, you know, but that's but it's all good. It's all good, my lovely. We're gonna play My Man. Okay, guys, that's the one. Galangal.
Yeah, Galangal.
All right now, with your Caribbean style. No, I love it, guys. Yes, guys, stay locked in. Your time with Nadz on Just Cool Radio. We've got the amazing Natasha, Amina, and we're playing My Man right now.
Oh Lord have mercy, baby, take it slow. Ease up the
this
pressure.
one.
Let me know.
Really kind of.
Let me know. Stop. Give me a little more. Tell me if it poppy. You know me, I got poppy. Tip it down low, but you know me, I got drop it. They say me have a man. Oh, stop it, boy, you alone, there on the topic, Me wanna know what she want with me, man.
What she want?
Tell her girl she be moving, go on. Me wanna know what she want with me, man.
What she want?
Tell her girl she be moving, go on. Galang, girl. Me wanna know what she want with me.
Yes, guys, Galangal. And Natasha, Amina, my man, honey.
Baby, take it slow.
What?
Ease up the pressure. You love me know. Round pop from you, not on me door. Love me not stop, boy. Give me a little more. Tell me if it poppy. You know me, I got poppy. Tip it down low, but you know me, I got drop it. They say me have a man. Oh, stop it, boy. You alone, there on the topic, Me wanna know what she want with me, man.
What she want?
Tell her girl she be moving, go on. Me wanna know what she want with me, man.
What she want?
Tell her girl
she fi move and go long. Galang, 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 girl. Me wanna know what she want with me, man.
What she want?
Galang, 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 girl. Galang, girl. I'm a man from day one, from with the on the lane. First time you hit it, boy, I make the thing rain. Pleasure and the pain, drive me insane. Can't take me, man, she must be sick in her she brain. True, nothing not gone for them lately. Don't know me, a wife, tell my matey. Am I leaving my alone? Fix up your business and find you. Me wanna know what she want with me, man. Tell a girl she be move and go long. Me wanna know what she want with me, man. Tell a girl she be move and go long. Galang, 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 girl. Me wanna know what she want with me, man. Galang, 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 girl. Galang, girl. When it comes to my man, I want a girl fi understand.
Make them know.
Me no ramp with no one. Me a wife from there, me a wife from there. When it comes to my man, I want a girl fi understand.
Them fi know all day.
Me no ramp with no one. Me a wife from there, me a wife from there one. Me wanna know what she want with me, man.
What she want?
Tell a girl she be move and go long. Me wanna know what she want with me, man.
What she want?
Tell a girl she be move and go long. Galang, 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 girl. Me wanna know what she want with me, man.
What she want?
Great to have an amazing team. You know what I mean? Because I can just like go to the team like, look, I need production. And then you know there's a few producers already into the team, and you know there's people that know people. So I think it's really good to have that. You know what I mean? And that's how I normally get my production. And you know sometimes normally it depends as well what I'm writing. If I'm looking for a particular beat, then I'll go searching for that type of sound. Do you know what I mean? And then hit up the producer, and then you know we'll work that way. So there's many different ways how I work and all of that. So
wicked. So you touched on team, like how important do you well, clearly it is important, but you know, for artists that are just starting out and don't necessarily have a team, like is there like advice you can give them on how to create a solid team around them?
Absolutely.
And then how did you develop your team first of all?
Because you know, it was just through me, you know, getting myself out there. I feel like it's very important staying in the loop when it comes to the music industry, because it's consistently changing all the time. So I feel like staying in the loop, you know, also meeting people in the industry is very, very important. And I feel like that's what helped me build my team. Because, you know, meeting people, networking, do you know what I'm saying? Staying in the loop is what actually got me to meet the right people. And when it comes to as well, my girl Christella, anyway, me and her we go way back. So you know, she knows how.
So she's your management.
So you know, she knows she's been doing this. We've been doing this together from day. She's known me from day. So you know, she knows me very well as well. And I feel like it's great as well when you've got a good relationship with someone as well. So you know, and I feel like it's just, I feel very blessed to have a great team around me. But just putting yourself out there, being consistent in the music industry. I feel like that is a good way of, you know, meeting people and then just, you know, building relationships, and then you will find the right people to help you, you know. So
for sure. I mean, I suppose it a journey to get to that point. Like prior, was you kind of like a one man show at one point trying to like navigate everything, or did you kind of always have a bit of support there anyway going into the industry?
I was very lucky because when I first started, you know, I started in a studio, so I got support from there, and then after that, you know, it helped me to gain the skills in building my own home studio, and then from then, you know, now that I can record, engineer, and all of that.
Come through. Don't just skip by that, Candy. Come on now.
So I feel like that's really helped me.
You built your own studio at home. Wicked.
So I feel like as well, knowing the right people, you know what I mean, to get involved with, to give you the right advice, to help build you as an artist as well. I think it's very important, and I was very lucky, you know, to have that, you know what I mean, and you know, have the support. And a lot of people, they really, you know, like my music and stuff, it's great to have that support, you know what I mean? And
for sure.
I feel blessed to have that as well. So definitely, you know what I mean, I just feel like just putting yourself out there, you know what I mean, and just meeting the right people.
And then you'll eventually you'll create that team.
Exactly.
What gels with you, because it's not, some people can have you can have good intentions and want to do right by you with your career, but at the same time they may not have the skills or fully understand the type of artist you're trying to become.
Exactly. That's why you have to always stay in the loop, and some with the industry consistently changing. You know what I mean? It's good to build relationships, with people out there that may know people, to be able to advise you, and for you to get onto the right platforms to be heard and seen. So literally it's a lot to it, but I feel like if you're dedicated and you put the hard work in as well, that's also one thing I would always advise people, artists coming up, is to just work hard on their craft, what I mean, and it will all start to come together.
Because Rome wasn't built in a night. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It was not.
It takes time.
It really does. And you're right. Like, you have to be so passionate about it, because I can imagine like just rehearsal times or just being in a studio for the hours, even just songwriting.
It takes time.
Yeah,
it's all a process at the end of the day. So, absolutely.
Have you ever like gone through stages where you might have had like writer's block sometimes, or not found the right inspiration? Like, how did you get yourself out of them moments when they did happen?
Just literally just try to whatever inspires me, you know what I'm saying, whatever I'm writing about, I would just like put myself in that situation on what I'm writing about, and then it would just eventually just come to me. But you gotta it just comes natural, really. Do you know what I mean? You can't sometimes force it when you've got writer's block. Sometimes you gotta leave it alone, come back to it tomorrow, and that's the way how music works sometimes. And it's all a different process for different artists. You know, I feel like some people that I've met and worked with, they find it hard to write a song, what I mean? And it can take them days, it could take them weeks, and then there's some people, they can write songs in like a couple of minutes.
I'm saying? Like
the
process
is
different for everyone.
It's all different, and I feel like it's to do with your experience in the game. Like, there's some people that have been doing this for 10 years plus, and they may have more experience than when you're starting out. So even if you feel like, oh, you're not quick enough, or I would say always just keep pushing yourself, because you'll just get better and better at it. What I mean? Even when I first started, what I mean, it took me time to get to where I am today. So it's all a development. It's all a process.
For sure. Yeah, like, 'cause at the end of the day, it's like, even if like someone might have been in the game longer, 10 years or whatever, or you might have just started out and you're in the game 2-3 years or whatever. Sometimes it's just obviously experience is a big thing, and it doesn't matter, but at the same time, sometimes just going in and being fresh to it is also a blessing.
Exactly.
There's
some people that just got it and just can get on with it straight away. That's got a gift like that, so absolutely. So
do you ever produce some of the songs and stuff like that? Have you dibbled and dabbled in producing, or is it just mainly you stay on the side of the songwriting?
Mainly the songwriting, and now that I've got my home studio, I'm more in the engineering side of things now. So when it comes to recording, you know what I'm saying.
Did you teach yourself how to do it, or did you have?
It was from the studio that when I first started in. I managed to learn all of those skills and stuff, and then I thought, what, I can invest into my own. I thought I could invest into my own studio, my own home studio after that, and ever since I've just been recording, engineering, and releasing music. Yeah.
That's so dope. That's so dope. So obviously, like, currently you're an independent artist, am I right?
Yeah, independent artist.
Yeah.
But I'm so grateful to have my team as well behind me and stuff. So
wicked.
Yeah, we're just working and we're just doing the most we can right now.
So is the goal to at some point eventually be a signed artist to a major label, or are you okay with having the creative control of being an independent artist?
I think I feel great, being the artist I am today. I feel like I'm comfortable with my sound now. So I just think that I just want to get my music in the right hands, so that can take me to the next level. Yeah. And that's what I'm really looking for, So
what does that next level look like for you?
When it comes to having my music playing all around the world, you know what I'm saying? Just being in the charts, just being consistent, just being played everywhere would be a dream come true. So literally, that's the next step, really, just to continue to keep pushing, and it will, hopefully one day for my music to, just to get around the world and just for everyone to listen to it. That's something that I've always wanted. So,
and it is going to happen.
Oh.
It is. I mean, look, I really believe in words of affirmation, also putting out into the universe what you want, because literally the energy that you emit and what you put out, surely you're going to get that back at some point. It's not, sometimes it's not instantaneous. You're not, you know what I mean? It's not going to be straight away.
Of course, it's hard work.
It is.
Right.
You put that hard work in, you show the passion, you put the drive in, and before you know it, the blessings will come in however form, you wish for it. So, but, sometimes it's like some artists, they're like, oh, they'll get into it, but I just want to be signed. And then they might run into a dodgy deal.
Exactly. You gotta make sure as well you get the right deal, and, you got to make sure you don't run into anything too fast. You've got to really as well do your research, and especially exactly in this industry, there's just so many different people out there that want to work with people, and you just got to make sure that you work with the right people that is going to boost your career. Sometimes, like you said, some artists, they run into deals too quickly, and then it's like, they end up in trouble where their music's not being released, or, they've been promised things and it's not being given to them, and I feel like we've all as artists experience some form of that as well. So it's very, very important to make sure that if you are going to take a deal, it's the right deal. You're looking up with your team, your people, your solicitors, and make sure that it's the right thing for you. So yes, love. Big up my queen Tans in the building. Love everybody that's here and locked in. Guys, we've got Natasha, Amina in the building, and it's a vibe. She's lit, guys. She's lit. We're gonna get into another one of your songs, One for Me. And then at some point we've got a couple special exclusives, guys. Yes, I'm excited. Okay, excited. But for now it's One for Me, guys. Stay locked in. Your time with Nadz every Wednesday, 10 till 12, right here, Just Cool Radio.
Everything is all in me. Have you thinking, is this real or all a dream? Have you feeling like I sold you ecstasy? I've been thinking lately about your body, baby. Running around in my head, we paint the whole town red. I can be your lady, or we can keep it crazy. Running around in my head, we paint the whole town red, boy. I've been waiting for your body patiently. All my doors are open, you don't need the key. Give me your devotion, I'll be all you need. Baby, you and me got perfect chemistry. Slow down, speed up, I love your touch, coquette. You're the one for me, baby. Slow down, speed up, I love your touch, coquette. You're the one for me, baby. Always get it right, always there on time. I'm just not the same when you're not around. You know just what I like, boy, you're just my type. Can we keep this feeling for life? I've been thinking about your body all day and night. Boy, the way you rock my body makes me feel so right. Tell me what you want, boy, trying to fasten your love. Hurts so bad, I want you, nothing that I won't do. I've been waiting for your body patiently. All my doors are open, you don't need the key. Give me your devotion, I'll be all you need. Baby, you and me got perfect chemistry. Slow down, speed up, I love your touch, coquette. You're the one for me, baby. Slow down, speed up, I love your touch, coquette. You're the one for me, baby. Let me set the mood. It's just me and you, time to show me how you do. I could never try to explain how you make my body feel, baby. Slow down, speed up, I love your touch, coquette. You're the one for me, baby. Slow down, speed up, I love baby, you're the one. You're the one for me, baby. Slow
That's one for the girls for sure. And the guys. Yeah. You kind of was telling me that you released this one on Valentine's.
That's right. I did release that last year for Valentine's. I felt like it was the perfect song for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
As you can hear for the lyrics, it's very, when you're with your partner,
that's
you know
it.
what I mean? And you just want to, just
love
let
on
them know how you feel, it's that kind of vibe. So, it's a love song. So I felt like it was the perfect time for it, and it did really well for the time. And we did a little music video as well for it, little live performance music video for it. So you guys can go check that out.
Yes.
It's Natasha Amina, One For Me. All right. So you guys can check that out as well.
Yes.
And so, I just love that's one of my favorite songs as well.
Love that.
And I just love the fact that a lot of people, they tell me that it's relatable to them and they love it.
Yeah.
So really
I think
happy.
like it really shows your softness. Like you get that feminine vibe to it, and even just in your vocals as well. Like it really does show that off.
That's what I really wanted. Like, because a lot of people know me on stage to be very just out there, fierce and sassy and stuff. So I wanted something to be just a bit more laid back for them to just listen to and just get to know me and my voice as well as an artist. So definitely.
No, I love that. So when it comes to like using social media as a way to like promote your music and stuff like that, how do you keep yourself relevant and current? How do you use it?
Just literally, all the time, consistently posting, even if it means like just a picture of yourself with your music behind it. You know what I'm saying? It's just about being consistent on social media. Everything today, nowadays, is all online. Like, you just can't get away with it now. Even if you hate social media, it's just literally, if you don't have it, then I don't know what you're doing. Because,
I hear you,
you're not living right.
Yeah, no, this is the social media era. We're fully in it.
Everything's online now. Like, you don't even need to leave your house nowadays, and you can like literally just use the social media and just promote yourself. Do you know what I mean? Which is a great thing as well for us artists nowadays, where if we want to just continue to be consistent and to promote, all these social media platforms I think are really great for it, so like all the time, even if it means like I don't have anything to post, there's so much content out there as well that you can use, and then like throw your music behind it. Again, that's a little promo once again, you know what I'm saying? So little shorts, reels, being consistent with that nowadays, I think, really helps to get your stuff around, because you just never know like what video can like
that will go viral or get the attention.
Literally, I go on TikTok and I just see like somebody just doing like a little smile, whatever.
And then they go crazy.
Like 1 million views, 1 million likes.
I know.
What's going on? Like, literally, you don't even have to do much nowadays, even to get views. So, like, I feel like it's very, it's a good way of, to get yourself out there, to be consistent, to get yourself popular. You know what I mean? So, I actually want to be more on social media, because, sometimes when you're an artist and you're doing so much.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, how do you even balance it?
This is what I'm saying.
Because I'm not an artist, but some days I'll be like, oh, social media, not today, honey.
I mean?
Not today. Like, I'm tired, okay? But then that content's got to go out, right? So how do you...
It's all part of the game,
exactly.
You know what I mean? So you can't
how do you balance that for yourself?
Well, normally I just try to, find a way to just strategize everything, you know what I mean? To make sure that I get onto the social media, you know what I mean? So it's just, it's a lot of things, sometimes I'll just be like, right, performance, next day posting, do you know what I'm saying? So it's just a thing where I just got to be consistent with it, and you gotta just find a way to to balance everything with what you're doing. Do you know what I'm saying? Even if it means that you've got like 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying? You can use that time to post something with what you've been doing. Do you know what I'm saying? So literally I just normally just try to balance everything, and just try to keep everything in a way of just just balancing everything in, and making sure that I get things done, you know what I mean? So I don't let the pressure get to me too much, do you know what I mean? I just try to focus on the process. And I think that's what I would say to all the artists out there: focus on the process and just, go with it. You know?
For sure.
And that's why as well, again, when it comes down to to your team as well, even they can help out with things like that as well, with social media and branding.
Delegating the tasks and things like that.
So there's always a way where I will find a way how to deal with pressure, or how to balance balance things. Well, if I can't, let's say, post something today, I can give it to someone in my team to post. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? As well. So, you know, we make it happen. There's always a way. And I would just say, just find a way and focus on the process. And
Of course, like with being an artist and, you know, shows or being in the studio and everything that comes into developing yourself as an artist, that can be so time consuming and also quite draining at times. You know, how do you kind of look after your mental health and your emotional health through the process of, you know, pursuing your dream?
Just literally, I have a love for it. I feel like when you've got a passion for something, you just make it happen. You know what I mean? You try to, you know, when you've got a love for something, it just comes natural, really. Yeah. You know what I mean? So even though I do sometimes find it as hard work, I just remember with the goal and what I'm trying to get to. You know, and remember, you know, what I'm doing this for. You know, and you know, it's just once you get yourself mentally into all of that, and you know, it's once you've got a love for it as well, you know, it all becomes natural together. You know what I mean? Working and, you know, just, you know, keeping your mental health, you know what I mean, stable. And just
what do you like to do? Is there like will it be like, okay, I'll take a break for a minute from the studio, I'll go and take a walk, or I'll, you know, maybe I'll how do you kind of switch up just so you you know what I mean, so you keep your own, because sometimes you have to step out of it to then get back in it and just be like, I'm ready, you know what I mean?
Literally I always like, you know, if I need to take a break, then I'll just be watching other artists, see what's going on with the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm always surrounding myself around the music. If I go on YouTube, I see what's happening with the music industry. I see what's going on. You know what's going on with Diddy right now and all of that. You know what I mean?
Lord, honey. There's a lot going on in the music industry right now. No, true. Stay up to date with it all.
Stay up to date with it all. I feel like I always like to see what's going on in the music industry. And, you know, I thought that's a way of me just, you know, kind of stepping away from the recording for a minute and the shows. I'll just be, you know, watching, see what's going on with the industry. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, I like to sing as well, just to keep, you know, practicing on my craft and stuff like that. You know, and, you know, of course, you know, sometimes, you know, when I just need a full complete break from it, you know, I'll just say, right, I'm gonna go on Netflix tonight. I've done and I'm a type of person where, like, you know, I like to do all my I can't just sit around and just, you know, like I need to do something then to relax. Like, I'm that type of person. Like, I like to work hard then play after. Do you know what I mean? So like when it comes to like me, sometimes, you know, when it's like, I'll be like, cool, I've done this, I've worked on this today. Now let's just unwind, take a break for a minute, get back to it tomorrow as well. So of course, you know, we all have them days as well. For sure. But I like to just surround myself around the music, see what's happening.
I love that.
You know, and really. Just all the time, for me, it's music. So.
No, that's fine. Which makes sense, you know, makes sense. You have to be dedicated. You have to live it and breathe it. It's like anyone.
Or I'll be on like surfing, looking at like, what's my next outfit's gonna be? Do you know what I mean? You know,
girl,
like,
listen.
oh my God, me and my girl, like, we all the time, we're just like, right,
okay,
like, we
next
need
look,
these
we need
boots,
that,
we need that. So in the spare time as well, we're always strategizing, always like, you know, looking at outfits and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So
what's your weakness when it comes to like outfits? Like, I'm a shoe girl, so I've proper got like admittedly I've got a shoe face. I could never have too many shoes. For you, what would it be as the fit?
It's just shoes,
the whole
thing. When it comes to shoes, the clothes, the sexy dresses.
Yes,
oh my God, it's just like, I can't help myself.
You gotta have options.
When I see something I like, I'm like really bad, and it's a bad habit as well. Because like, even like my family, they tell me off. They're like, look, new dress again, like, new pair of shoes again.
I'm telling you, because I think, especially as an artist as well, like, I don't know what it's like for you, but for me personally, like, if I've been pictured in something or there's a video or something, I don't tend to re-wear it. Like, or if I do, it'll be somewhere that I know that I'm not going to get pictured it. Do you know what I mean?
Literally, I'm like that. Because, like, there's so many outfits I've got, and I've only worn them, like, once. Like, I wore it for this event or that event. Do you know what I mean? And then it's like, afterwards, they remind me of that event. It would take me a long time
before you get
back into that outfit again. Because it's like, once I've worn it, I feel like, especially as an artist, because you're out there on social media, people are filming you. So it's like, wait, hold on, was you not just over there
wearing
that
outfit?
Are you wearing it? That's what it's like. So
because that's what my friends would be like, Nadz, like seriously. But I have to explain to them, guys, you don't get it. I can't be in the two different places wearing the same outfit. Like, at least give it like some space.
Exactly. And then
good, maybe a year. Maybe a year, and then I'm you know what I'm saying? Or,
it's a bad habit for me.
Yeah, it is a little bit, but at the same time, it's just part of it, isn't it? You know,
it is.
Being
and since I love fashion and I've always been into that, it just doesn't help either. So when I see something I like, I'm just like, oh my god, like I see the whole, I envision it like straight away, like I see me singing on stage in that dress, or this is gonna be perfect for this for this performance, or it's gonna be perfect for this.
Do you set budgets then for like performance outfits, or like, you know, just in general? Do you set budgets for like
normally when
costumes?
it comes to like projects and stuff like that, I'll budget, you know, for my projects and stuff like that, and then like, you know, we'll plan what we've got for outfits, you know what I mean, what we're going to be using for a location, all sorts of things and stuff. So sometimes I do have to budget, you know what I mean, and stuff, and you know, but you know, it's also a bad habit.
Yeah,
you know?
I know.
But
you know what?
You know what? I gotta get it, and I gotta have it now. And it's really bad.
I know, girl. But you know what? I got myself into a habit now of, okay, I'm not gonna get everything at once. I'm gonna put some things in my basket, or I'm just gonna like it, because you know, in PLT you can heart it, so it stays there somewhere in you know what I mean?
My wish list is crazy.
Girl, I'm like, okay. And then sometimes when I can't think of what I want to wear for my next, like whether it's an event or whatever I'm going to, then I'm like, oh okay, oh yeah, I've got my like list. So like I can go in there and be like, okay, yeah, remember that one? Yeah, you can come out. I'm gonna get you today. You're finna come home.
literally, I'm telling you.
But no, obviously it's like, I think for women, especially in the industry, like perhaps, I mean, I think fashion and music comes hand in hand anyway, you know, exactly. But I do feel like for women, there's a little bit more pressure to like stay current, stay up to date with it.
Absolutely.
Do you ever feel like, being a female in the industry, have you ever felt like vulnerable in a sense of perhaps not being taken very seriously? Because music, you know, we know the industry is very male driven.
Exactly.
You know, have you ever at whatever point in your journey felt like, oh, do you know what, they're not taking me seriously, or you have to work that little bit harder because you are a woman? Do you ever feel, have you ever felt that way?
I mean, I would say I have come across similar situations like that, where like I would be sometimes at a showcase and it's just like I'll be the only female there, and I feel like because I'm the only female there, and you know, it's not the type of music that they're listening to from all the man them and all of that right now, you know, especially if it's pressure, like drill and stuff. I'll be like, wait, hold on, like, is people gonna even take me seriously? And I feel like it does put a pressure, and I have to work harder, and I have to just, you know, really try to win the audience to like me, because I feel like they're, you know, they're used to what they're hearing sometimes when it comes to these guys, and you know, literally, you know, I just feel like I just sometimes have to, you know, I would have to win over the crowd, or you know, or if I'm the only female, it can be a bit of pressure. So I would say I've been in similar situations like that, you know. So and I've heard so many stories as well anyway from other artists that have experienced things like that. So I know what it can be like as well, you know. I mean, sometimes it can put a bit of pressure on a female artist, and I just feel like anyway now us females, we're doing really, really well in this music industry. I feel like, you know, females now are really coming out and showing that, you know, we can all stand together and do this. We don't need
solidarity.
Like, you know what I mean? When it comes to guys, we can do it too. Like, when it comes to engineering, recording, you know, I feel like it's a very male dominated as well when it comes to that. So whenever I see a female engineer, you know, I see a female running a studio, it just really makes me feel great. It makes me feel like, yes, I love to see that. It's great, you know, for me to see other women, you know, doing, you know, other things that is a male dominated thing. You know what I mean? Now it's good to see women can do these things, and you know, we are independent like that, you know. So like it's I feel like that's great, you know what I mean, to see us women out there as well thriving in this industry now, you know.
No, that's dope. So when it comes to your evolution of like yourself as an artist and the type of music you make, I can see you definitely dibble and dab into different, you know, genres and styles. Is there a particular favorite that you have?
Well, I'm definitely my literally like roots, and when it comes to like me making music, I was definitely R&B. Like I've always been, that's always been, you know, my way of making music. I've always loved R&B. Everyone knows me as an R&B girl, but I like to show people that I'm also versatile, because I know, like I said, you know, with the game consistently changing all the time, sometimes you need to like, you know, dib and dabble into other, you know, genres of music, just to show people that you can do this, you can do that. And you never know, you know, because the music industry is changing all the time, you just don't know what's going to pop. So it's like, that's, you know, true. If you do an R&B track, or if you do like a dance track, or if you do like a garage track, you know, you just don't know which one of those can pop, you know what I mean? So, you know, with the game changing all the time, you know, it's like you just don't know what's going to be top of the charts nowadays. So I like to be versatile and show people that, you know, even though I'm R&B, I can also do other genres of music as well. You know? So definitely, I feel like that's why I've gone into different genres of music, you know, just to show people, you know, that I can be versatile. So,
Do you think it's important, or it helps your career being able to, like you said, when you release that the more of the Valentine's song, the more of the loving song, do you think it's important to kind of release songs around important times, like let's say a Christmas one, or
absolutely,
you know, and how do you feel that's kind of helped you as an artist?
I mean, I feel like the seasons really do help as well, you know, because, you know, when it comes to, you know, Valentine's, for example, I felt like one for me was the perfect track for that, because of what I'm talking about, the lyrics, you know what I mean, and it's a time where everyone, you know, is spending time with their partners, so it just made total sense. So, you know, and even last year for Christmas, I decided to come out with a Destiny's Child 8 Days of Christmas cover.
Oh, did
so you guys can also check that out as well. Yeah, literally. And I went out, I recorded the video myself. Do you know what I mean? Edited the video myself.
I love that.
Got it on my channel and all of that, and I thought that also helped me, like, to gain more, help me, and it was also something nice to give to my fans as well, that's been watching, and everyone that's been supporting. So I feel like the seasons definitely 100% help artists to, you know, promote themselves, and also to show, you know, that we can do all these different types of music as well,
and stay relevant, I guess. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, if you release a song during Christmas and it's Christmas related, then it helps with that, you know, and
if you can get a Christmas
it.
banger, because that's what I want to do as well. I want to also like make my own Christmas song, so, you know, and have that out as a release, you know, so every time when it comes to Christmas time, you know, you can always re-promote that, strategize that. So, you know, sometimes the seasons, you never know how, depending on what you're working on, it could be an every year thing for you. When that season comes round, you know, you've got your song, you've got your track, you know what I mean, to promote, which is a good thing. So 100%, you know, when it comes to seasons, I think it's very important for us to all, you know, go by the seasons and the times, you know, just to stay relevant and stuff.
I love that. So guys, everyone that's locked in and tuned in, make sure you are following Natasha Amina on all her social media. All the songs we've listened to so far, but we've got a couple of specials coming up so far, are available on her Spotify, guys. So make sure you head over there and follow, and just head over to your YouTube. Is that also the same?
Yep, it's also the same, Natasha Amina. You guys can find me on all digital platforms. So please, guys, check out the music.
And on that note, we're finna run another one, guys. Everything You're Not. That's what we're gonna run right now, guys. You're locked in. Your time with Nadz on Just Cool Radio, guys. Got the amazing Natasha Amina in the building. Everything You're Not. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it.
At night, it's Natasha Amina. I'm everything you're not. You'll never be, just stop. You know I'm gonna pop. We got the shit on lock. I'm coming in for everything. Put my ass on anything. Don't give a damn what they think. I ain't subtle, I don't leave no hints. Yeah, if I was you and I was next, I would be mad too. Me and my crew, we set the mood, we make the crowd groove. I got the juice, I'm about to boost, I'm making mad moves. Baby, you're cute, but you can never walk in my shoes. So get it right, money is my type. You can get my time unless you're flyer than a kite. I might just bite, booty is my vice. If she shake it right, we gon' throw it down all night. Me and my squad, we moving savage, savage. We making ratchet looking lavish, lavish. Boy, if you grab it, better manage, manage. These other chicks, they know I'm everything you're not, not. You never be just stop. You know I'm gonna pop. 'Cause we got the shit on lock. I'm coming in for everything. Put my ass on anything. Don't give a damn what they all think. I ain't subtle, I don't leave no hints. Yeah, he said the way I shake it, I can cause an earthquake. He said the way I bake it, it should be his birthday. Without no hesitating, drop it on in first base. No anticipation, you gon' need this whole cake. So sit back tight, enjoy the ride. Ain't no seatbelts on this flight. 'Cause we're to fly, ain't nobody can deny. We catch them eyes, everybody hypnotized. Ain't no surprise. Me and my squad, we moving savage, savage. We making ratchet looking lavish, lavish. Boy, if you grab it, better manage, manage. These other chicks, they know I'm everything you're not. You never be just stop. You know I'm gonna pop. 'Cause we got the shit on lock. I'm coming in for everything. Put my ass on anything. Don't give a damn what they all think. I ain't subtle, I don't leave no hints. I'm coming in for everything. Put my ass on anything. Don't give a damn what they all think. I ain't subtle, I don't leave no hints. Yeah.
Jeez. Yes, guys. You don't even know how lucky you guys. You just got a full production right there, guys. It's not every day. It's not every day. Yes, you are a special artist. I'll tell you, babes. Yes. I love it. The full package, guys. Okay, the full package right here. Natasha Amina. Like we said previously, guys, head over to all of her social media. You can find her everywhere, guys. Okay, make sure you lock in and support. It's so important that we support our own, man, for real. And just artists out here really, really working hard. And Natasha Amina is most definitely doing that, guys. Okay. Absolutely love that. My lovely, I have a little game segment. Would you like to indulge me?
Okay.
Yeah. I know. Okay. She's like, hold on. Game time. Yeah, we're going to play a little game. It's Would You Rather.
Okay.
And nothing too risque, don't worry, honey, okay? Just fun, just something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something icebreaker. So, let's get into it. Would you rather on Your Time with Nadz, guys? Right now. So, Natasha, would you rather lose all of the money you've earned this year or lose all the memories you've gained this year?
Ooh. Oh, my gosh. Well, we need our money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a hard one. Ooh. See, the thing is with me, it's like I'm not a very materialistic person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like memories and things that you create is very to me it's special, you know what I mean? So I would probably I know it would probably be really hard, but I wouldn't want to lose my memories and all of the stuff that I've been doing, you know what I mean? Even though at the same time you can create your own memories again, you know what I'm saying?
But you can also make money again.
And you can also make
money again.
So, literally, and I feel like time is very precious.
Yes.
And I feel like anything that you do in your time, in your life, you know what I mean? It's something to always look back on. And, especially if it's something that, you've created in your life. And, I feel like erasing that, it would be, I would probably have to go with I can't lose my memories. I would have to stick to that.
Yeah, because you can't get time back. When time's gone, it's gone, innit?
And money,
but money,
you can make it again.
You can make it back. As being day, it's hard to make money these days. I mean, the cost of living, honey, and everything. It's hard to make money, and to keep it is a whole nother thing, right? It's a
hard one. It's a very tricky one.
It is a bit of a tricky one, because it doesn't make you materialistic to not want to lose all your money.
At the same time,
but then at the same time, it's
whatever you created, your memories as well.
Yeah.
What if you met somebody during that time and then all of a sudden you forgot about, you know what I mean, that person that you've just met? That could have been something important for you, someone important to you in your life.
That could help you even get onto that next level to make more money.
Like, yeah, exactly.
They could be that person.
You know what I mean? So it's a really hard one, you know, to kind of even really choose, to be honest. But
yeah. Okay.
I think I would just probably go for my memories to keep
all your memory. Yeah, same. I'd keep all my memories too. Yeah, we're finna make more money.
Literally.
No worries.
We'll put our new banger and then we'll make some money.
Honey, yes, that part. Love it. Okay, so next one. Would you rather have no taste or be colorblind?
Ooh. God. No taste or colorblind.
God, they're both terrible.
You know what? I need my taste. I'm sorry. I need to taste my food and all of that. I'm sorry. Sorry. I feel you. I'm such a foodie. I'm such a foodie. I'm sorry. Like, at least with a colorblind. Okay, you won't see no color no more, but you can still see.
Honey, yeah, you ain't blind. You ain't blind.
You ain't legally blind.
I'm done. No, facts.
So, like, for real, I would need to keep, like, I need to taste my food. I need,
I need to taste them seasoning and flavors. You
know what I mean? Especially from the Caribbean. The flavors in the food, you can't get rid of that.
I couldn't imagine cooking or going to a restaurant or eating and not being able to taste.
Exactly.
That. I think that's that. Nah, that ain't it.
The one thing I like to do sometimes is come home and have a nice meal. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you work hard and you look forward to your good food. No, there's no way I could get rid of my taste.
Yeah. No, we could not. Nah, same. I agree with you, honey. I'm finna go colorblind. That's what's gonna happen because it don't really matter, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, seeing colours, I mean,
at least you can still see and taste your food.
Yeah,
like, at the end of the day.
Come on, that's an easy. I think that's an easy one for us, isn't it? All right, next one, love. Would you rather text all day or only be able to call? Make calls.
I feel like I'm so busy sometimes. Like, you know, you just don't have time. I don't even, like, you're in so many group chats.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Girl,
like, so many messages. Chats. It's just so hard to keep up. And I just feel like sometimes, like, I end up calling people because I'm just like, you know what? I'm just better off calling you because I don't have time to even be writing. I'm too busy doing so many different things, multitasking. I think, 100%. I think I prefer to make calls.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. Sometimes I can be so antisocial. My friends know this, right? So sometimes I'm unreachable. But if you text me, I'm gonna text you back.
Right. I think it really just depends, like, what person you are.
Yeah, literally. It really does. I am more of a text. I mean, I'll call, but then I'll be on the phone for ages, if that makes sense. Like, I'm one of them ones, like, I don't really make last, like, little short calls because if I'm gonna do that, then I'll send a voice note.
No, exactly. And I
do you know what I mean?
That one because there'll be so many times, like, where like I will make a call, but then it turns into a full blown conversation. It's like sometimes, you know, I love, like, talking to people, and I love having my chats and all of that. But when you're busy sometimes and you've got so much to do,
right? That's it.
Sometimes it's like, you know, when you get into conversation, it's hard to be like, oh, sorry, I got to go.
No, same. That's why I end up being on the phone for like
texting, because when it comes to that sometimes, and it's just like, and they go into another conversation. Like, oh my god.
Because naturally I think I'm a chatty person. I can kind of gauge you're into good old chat as well. So it's like it can get carried away sometimes. So I'll send a voice note instead of a call sometimes. But I enjoy those deep conversations. Like you know, it's
sometimes you need them. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just need that conversation. It's nice to catch up. You know what I mean, and all of that.
And hear someone's voice. Like actually hear their voice. Because like when you're texting someone, it's like you don't really get. Like sometimes you might. It's like even for yourself, you might send a text and that person's like, oh, why did they text it like that? Or why is it? But if they heard you say it, they might not be offended or might not. Do you know what I mean? Like
thing as well. So it really just depends on what you prefer. Really, I feel like you know when it comes to a lot of people, it's hard to kind of like see who prefers calling or texting because you know it's just everyone prefers it differently.
Different things,
exactly.
So you'd go for calls, yeah?
Yeah, for calls.
Yeah, I agree. I'll
go
always
for busy.
I'll go for
So I just feel like it's best to just whatever I've got to say, just say it there and then. Get the response what you need quickly right there and then it's done.
And then get on and then get on with your day. Literally. I feel you, honey. I feel you.
I've just got so much stuff to plan all the time that sometimes it's just easier for me to do that, you know.
I hear you, girl. I hear you. Okay. Next one. Would you rather have super slow internet or low phone battery all the time?
Oh gosh,
Which one?
I think
they're both jarring.
That is both jarring, you know. Yeah.
They are both jarring. I don't even know.
I think like, you know, having your phone battery low though can be really jarring.
But then slow internet. Oh my
and then
god,
slow
that
internet is like
gets on my nerves.
Yeah, literally. But I think I would prefer to have like slower internet than having my battery low, because at least I know that if anything happens, like at least I know I've got my phone. I can still communicate with people if anything. You know what I mean? Whereas with internet
for emergencies, anything.
You know what I mean? Sometimes it can be unreliable. The internet, you might not get a good. You can't connect to the server or this and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, girl.
So you know, sometimes when you've got your phone, and at least if I would generally say if you've got your phone, then you know, at least that way, you know, you can still contact people. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, you can try and find another different internet access.
There's always a way. There's always a way.
I mean? So yeah, 100%. I think I would definitely. I can't do low battery phones.
Yeah,
like, I panic when my phone's
battery's low. I know. I'm telling you.
Especially if I'm out. You know what
I mean?
That's
it.
Like, you know?
And I used to be that girl that I'd be like, oh yeah, I'd forget to charge my phone before I go out, and then I'd be out, and then it'd be like I'd have to like ask like the people at the bar or this person, can you please charge it? I need to make sure I get home.
Yeah, literally.
Like no, it's vital to have a fully charged phone.
Yeah,
okay. So yeah, okay. I feel we definitely agree on battery life with that one, guys. Okay, last one, my lovely. Would you rather live on a peaceful tropical island or a bustling big city?
Ooh, a peaceful island or a
busy city, basically.
Or a busy city. Oh gosh, that is. I like my peace, but then at the same time, I feel like I'm a bit of a city girl. Like I do like to get out, you know what I mean, out and about. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, getting shopping, and you know, hanging out with my girls. You know, having a good time. So it's a bit hard, but at the same time, I do like my peace as well to get away from the whole city thing. You know, sometimes you need a break from it. Yeah. But if I had to choose one, probably would actually just want a break. Yeah. Sometimes I just feel like I need that. Sometimes, you know, because I'm just so used to like, you know, living in the city. You know, what I'm saying, always busy on the go, traveling all the time. So you know, sometimes it's nice to have that, you know, peaceful, you know what I mean, space for yourself. So, yeah, 100%.
To have that retreat.
Yeah, exactly. I do. I feel like it's well needed for me right now as well after all this hard work.
Girl, I'm telling you. But it's like, do you know what? I feel like we're quite similar. Like we love to stay busy and we love to like, obviously you're passionate about what you do, I'm passionate about what I do, and it's just like, okay, we're constantly in it, it's work mode, but it's like that shut off time is really important. Exactly. It really is for your mental health, just for everything. To be able to get away, but there's only so long I can stay away, because like, even when I'm on holiday I find myself working. I actually find that I work better as far as just getting certain things done that I just don't get to do when I'm here at home, like in London or wherever. You know what I mean? Like if I'm home, I know I've got a list of things to do, and okay, I might do half of them or whatever, because then everything else is already happening. Like well, I've got to be here and I've got to do this and I've got to whatever. Then when I'm on holiday, it's like, okay, nothing's really happening. Now I can crack on and do all the things that do you know what I mean? So it's like work mode never really quite switches off in a way.
You know what I mean? Exactly. You know, you can't really take a break, you know what I mean, really like that, you know, because you know you've got to get back to it. Do you know what I mean? And like you said, I'm exactly the same as well. I like literally like when I've got so much things to do, you know what I mean? I just got to get back to work. That's how I feel. Do you know what I mean? So you know, literally always grinding all the time. Always on the grind.
honey, that's it. But you know, at the end of the day, you work hard and you shall reap the rewards of working hard, you know, because you could have just decided, actually talking about that, right? If it wasn't music that you was focused on or dance, because I know you used to dance, right? Yeah. What are your other passions? What do you think you would have kind of got into as a career choice?
I think definitely beauty. 100%.
Ooh, that makes sense.
Growing up around it as well, I feel like it was just natural for me to get into it, you know, and especially my mum running her own beauty business and stuff. Like, I feel like I would definitely get into the beauty industry, you know, and I combined it with my music as well. People always see me, you know, combining the makeup, the nails, everything, you know. So like literally, definitely probably would be beauty. Yeah. I love it. I'm a very girly girl type of person, you know, so I feel like I always think it's important to do something that you have a passion for in your life when it comes to working, because you want to enjoy your work, you know, you want to enjoy making your money, you know what I mean? I feel like when you're in something that don't really stick with you, or, you know, you don't really enjoy it, then you're not going to be really happy. You know, and I feel like it's very, very important to do what you love, you know, or at least have a love for it, so that you would enjoy it. You know, I mean, you would enjoy waking up every morning to get there and to make that money and to, you know, to do what you love. So yeah,
100%. All right, let's get into one of your songs, my lovely. Then when we come back, we shall you know, get into a few more questions of the interview, and then we're gonna tease some of these, you know, exclusive tracks that you sent me.
Lovely. Can't Keep Away. That's one of my first songs.
Yeah. So we're taking it back. That's what I said. I'm not doing it in no time thing. I'm like, okay,
literally,
you know. So
I love this song.
It'll be great to see the you know, the evolution of Natasha Amina. Yes, guys, we're locked in. It's your time with Nadz every Wednesday 10 till 12. Got the amazing Natasha Amina in the building, guys. A great artist, guys. Make sure you run her up and follow her on all music streaming platforms. Okay, dope. We're gonna play right now Can't Keep Away. Yes, guys, let's get into it. Stay locked in.
I just can't keep away.
Yeah, it's one of your best songs. I love this.
Oh, baby, try to tell you, babe, didn't wanna heed me. Now I'm leaving. You tell me that you need me, so why you so misleading? I try to make you right, but you were never by my side. And all we did is find a fight. But baby, I just can't deny you put the L right in my life. But you don't know what it's like to be in love. I need your love. I need your love. You don't know what it's like to be in love. I need your love, boy. I just can't keep away from you now. Oh, baby. Oh, babe. So let me tell you, let me sing this one more time. I cannot display how much I obey. Every word you say, I hear you loud and clear. I feel the need to say, baby, I need you here. What's it gonna be? Is it you and me? Were we meant to be? Tell me, babe. I used to think that would be a happy family. I thought that you could be with me. So tell me why you messed this up, baby. You don't know what it's like to be in love. I need your love, boy. I just can't keep away.
Yes. Love that, Natasha. Yes. Oh, God. Oh, goodness. Yes, I was about to go straight into the next track there. We don't want that. We don't need that right now, guys. Love this so much. I think what would actually, why don't we, let's tease. Actually, let's get into one of the teasers. Why don't we do that?
Yeah.
Let's go into one of the exclusives while we are on the roll, guys. So, if you, it's all right, my lovely. Oh, bless you. It happens. If you just tell me which one, because I don't want to.
Yeah. So I think we'll go for Come Through, and then
this one. Yeah. So we're gonna go with that one. The artist has spoken, guys. Come Through. We're gonna play it right now, guys. And this is before it starts properly, guys, this is an exclusive. Would you like to give us a little backstory with this one before we play it, my lovely?
Yep. So this is a brand new up and coming single. It's going to be releasing very soon, next month. So you guys can look out for this one. This is like, you know, a brand new single that I feel like now I'm just trying to, I really kind of feel like I know my sound now and what kind of music that I want to be giving to the game. So this is kind of like, you know, going to be off my brand new EP, Now and Never. So you guys can look out for that as well. I'm working on my EP. So this is going to be one of the singles on it. And I hope you guys enjoy. Yes.
Oh, well, thank you for blessing us with it, my lovely.
That's okay.
I love it. I love it. Let's get into it, guys. Come through right now. The teaser. That's okay. Honey, we was just getting into the vibes, honey, and then
have to
reload it with you. That part, honey. We're gonna reload it. Let's get that back on, cause here we go. yeah, naturally, it just reloaded for us. There we go. Yes, guys, that was just a little teaser. We'll leave it right there. We'll leave it right there. Yeah, guys, you got to stay locked in. You got to stay all the way tuned in, and for when that hot one is dropping, guys. Yeah, that is such a vibe. And you're right, it's giving kind of Destiny's Child. It's giving me and my girls. It's just. Yes, literally. The feels, honey. Yes. Really, really love that. Really love that.
Really happy you like it.
Yes. No, I'm excited. I can't wait for the full, for it to be released.
We're working on planning a music video for it.
Yes.
So guys, stay tuned because we got a lot of things coming.
Oh, exciting! So exciting.
Yes.
So with all the exciting things that you have going on and coming up and whatnot, what has been like kind of one of your biggest challenges in as far as your career? Thus far,
just being consistent, really. I feel like the game is always, challenging you to, just continue to keep going and, just to, when you see the game nowadays and what these artists are doing, you just got to really stay relevant. So I feel like the hardest thing is just, being on point all the time, just to make sure that you reach your deadlines and, just making sure you keep up to everything that you've planned for the year. So I feel like, you know, sometimes, you know, you can't really control life. Sometimes things can come up, things can happen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Naturally.
And you just, exactly, you know what I mean? And you just got to learn a way to work around it. Do you know what I mean? And still try to keep going.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, as an artist, you know what I mean? We just got to always just keep pushing. And I feel like, you know, just always, you know, being one step ahead is very important as well. Always having your plan. And I feel like sometimes that pressure can really get to, well, sometimes it can get to me, but I won't allow it to stop me from making my music, or, you know, I just keep, you know, if anything, I just, like I said, just focus on the process, and then I just get things done. You know? So literally. But it's been. Like I said, I've got a passion for this. It's something that I've always wanted to do. So, you know, I'm just continuing to push myself, and you know, I just want to give everyone great music. So you know, and to everyone that's been supporting, has been listening to my music, that's, you know, been supporting me at my shows, I just want to, you know, just share all my love to them and just say thank you so much, because honestly, it's like I said, it's a lot of hard work, and just seeing people supporting you, listening to your music, it just makes it so worth it. You know, it just makes you feel like, you know, this is worth for me to keep going. So yeah, absolutely.
100%,
you know,
100%.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So obviously with you being an artist and being that, you have to keep your ears on the street as far as, you know, what's relevant and what's happening in the culture and things like that.
Yeah.
You know, we've had recently this whole, you know, trending, unfortunate topic of young Philly. So I thought perhaps I'll gauge your thoughts on his, I mean, that situation is just terrible. But obviously, he's in Australia, and he's been charged with SA charges. And what are your thoughts on this whole, you know, sexual assault and how women are treated in the music industry? I mean, first we can just touch on your thoughts on, you know, the whole story of young Philly, and whether or not, you know, what are your thoughts on it? Do you think he's done it? Do you think he's not? Or do you think it's a setup? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really been looking into it as much, you know, to be honest. So it's still kind of me finding out about
it's
what's
still very
been,
fresh. It's still very fresh.
You know what I mean? Like, it's something that I still as well would like to look into and find out, you know, to give my full opinion on it, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I'm always so busy with the time. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with what's really going on out there. Honestly, 100%. You sometimes get so closed up into what you're doing that sometimes it's hard to see what's going on. But 100%, you know, when it comes to, you know, all of that stuff in the industry and sexual assault and all of that, you know, especially with women, you got to really protect yourself in this industry. Yeah, you really do. And especially from certain men in the industry, you know, they like to take advantage of women. Women don't know about the industry, the ins and out of the industry, and they can take advantage. Yeah. So you really just need to, you know, protect yourself as well, and just be careful with, you know, who you get involved with as well in this industry, because, you know, it can be dangerous, and sometimes, you know, you just don't know if you don't do your research and you don't, you know, look into people, you know what I mean, you just don't know who you could be working with, or you know what I'm saying. And there's been stories I've heard myself of other women that's gotten into situations like that, and it's terrible. It's terrible for, you know, for women. And, you know, that's why as well, even for myself, I like to make sure as a female I protect myself, and I know my rights in this industry, because certain men, I'm telling you, they will take advantage. You know what I'm saying? They will try
and
to
women
even
too. There's
they
women that are in places of power when it comes to, you know, if they can control your you know, your career, they will abuse it.
This is what I'm saying. You know, they will try to see that you know, they try to work on what you're doing. You know, there was some people can try to, you know, you got to make sure you really know who you're working with, because some people, they try to use your talent, or, you know, use your work to try and get you to come and work with them. These people, you don't even know who you're really working with, you know, nowadays, you know. So you got to really, really be careful and all of that, you know. But what would your thoughts be on the whole like young Philly thing?
It's kind of the same along the same page as you, in the sense of we don't have the full story. All we have is the salacious headlines, and obviously seeing him get arrested. I just think it's unfortunate, because yet again it's another black man in, you know, being put in a negative light, and and I think because it's so early on, we are only hearing one side. We're only going to hear the victim because that's the charges that being put on. it's just I don't know, like I'm just hoping it's not true, but then at the same time, if it's not true, then that means it's even worse that someone's willing to destroy someone else's life and career. Like I can't think of,
and in this industry a lot of people can do that as well. So you know, so it's very hard to like, you know, to know really what's going on when you don't really have much at the moment. But it's crazy. I would say to all women out there that's in the music industry, just make sure you protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or know the music industry, know your rights, do your research in the industry, so you know that no one can, you know what I'm saying, talk no rubbish to you. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. You know, and just make sure that before you step in, you go to work with anyone, you know, you get to know the person, you know, see who they've worked with before and stuff, because these men, they will try to get any girl to the studio nowadays just to try and move to them and all of that. They feel like because they got studio, they think they can bring any girl there or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? And these girls, they got to make sure you protect yourself as well from these men out there that are like, you know, that literally prey on these like young women that are vulnerable, that don't know nothing about the industry, and then get them down and try to freaking manipulate them and all of that. So you got to really also be careful, you know what I mean, and make sure you always protect yourself. And you know, us women out here, like I said, we can do this now, you know what I mean, like we all support each other now. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, I feel like with women empowerment now, it's we've come together, and we've built a massive platform for us women now, where we can come together and do anything now. You know, no offense to the men, but we can do it too now. Okay.
I think what this, and also I think what this situation does highlight is men that are in the entertainment industry to also protect yourselves. Like, because we don't know the outcome of what's going to happen with young Philly. We can't predict the future, but at the same time, it's just a perfect example of just know, like Natasha said, know who you surround yourself with, know your rights, and then also just move with intention. Just know that, okay, cool, if you're going to be in a situation where alcohol is involved, there's women around, and there's temptation and there's things like that, just know yourself in it, and remember how much you've got to lose if things go left. Because there's, unfortunately, when you're on the rise and you're making money and you're being successful, there's always going to be the evil eye. There's always going to be people ready to tear down your thing and ready to, you know. And I think until we actually fully know what's happening in his particular situation, I'll just talk very, you know, kind of vague about it, in a sense of, you know, men, just protect yourselves. When whatever settings you're in, men, protect yourself, women, protect yourself, know who you're around. And don't just, I mean, listen,
always attend with someone as well. I would never step into anybody's studio or place of business, any sort of wherever you're going. Always, at least if you don't know the person, you're working with them for the first time, or you know, you want to go and see what this person's about, make sure you always, like I said, like you were saying, protect yourself. Bring somebody with you, you know what I mean? Make that sure you're, at least you know you're safe that way. Someone's with you, you know what I mean? They're witnessing everything, see everything with you, you know what I'm saying? Can advise you if something don't feel right, you know, you've got somebody there with you. So just always, you know, bear that in mind as well. And especially 100%. To the young females as well that are starting out, you know what I mean, just make sure you always protect yourself in them ways, and you know you should be okay. But you just got to watch out for these things, you know. For sure. Oh, that is great advice, Natasha. Thank you so much. We'll leave it on an upbeat note, my lovely, and you just kind of let us know what you might have coming up for you, for yourself as an artist, and what people have got to look forward to, and then we'll jump into one of your teasers. Yep, absolutely. So you guys can check me out on all digital platforms. All the songs that you guys have heard today, you guys can go and listen to it. I'm working on my EP, Now or Never. So you guys stay tuned for that. As you can hear, we've got some exclusive ones here for you today. That's going to be off the EP. What's the next exclusive, darling? It's going to be Boy Don't Come Back. Boy Don't Come Back. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Okay, lovely. That's right, baby. And so please, guys, please do check me out, you know. And I just want to say again, you know, thank you to all the people that has been supporting, that's been listening to my music, coming out to see me perform. I really appreciate you guys, you know. And I just want to share all my love to everyone. And you know, thank you so much, and just please to continue to support and to share the music, guys. Yes, love it. Thank you so much for coming, my lovely. Thank you for having me. It's been amazing. It's been done. And you're absolutely amazing as well. Your show is great, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you. Blessings, man. Let's get into it. Yes, guys, exclusive right here, Natasha, Amina. Let's get it. Boy, don't come back. Because it bees like that sometimes. I see the way you slide. Don't you dare deny. You think you are that guy.
Don't you try to hide, don't apologize, don't hit up my line. I am not the one, boy, you think you won. All is said and done, look what you have done. I am not the one, boy, you jumped the gun. Now I want you gone, so boy, don't come back. Thought you had your way, but today's a new day. When it's time to pay, you run away, but it's catching up now. Thought I couldn't see what you hid from me. Boy, just drop them keys. It's time to leave. Your stuff is on the porch now.
Yes, guys. We said that's just a little teaser right there, guys. It's a little teaser. You know what I mean? You've got to stay locked into Natasha Amina on all her social media and all her streaming platforms, guys, for the next one. But for now, guys, I will see you guys next Wednesday, 10 till 12. Your time with Nadz on Just Cool Radio. Keep it cute. Keep it mute.
If you don't know, now you know. Go and tune in to JusCoolRadio.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to ignite your party with the electrifying beats and non-stop energy of Just Cool Radio. Whether you're planning a wedding, corporate event, birthday bash, or just a night to remember, Just Cool Radio is your go-to DJ and dance entertainer, guaranteed to make your event unforgettable. With an extensive music library spanning all genres, Just Cool Radio knows how to read the crowd and keep the dance floor packed all night long. From classic hits to the latest chart toppers, every song is expertly mixed to perfection, creating a seamless flow that keeps the party vibes high. But that's not all. Just Cool Radio brings more than just music. With dynamic lighting, engaging MC skills, and interactive dance routines, this entertainment package is designed to captivate and thrill your guests from start to finish. Whether it's an intimate gathering or a grand celebration, Just Cool Radio tailors the experience to match your vision and exceed your expectations. Book Just Cool Radio today and turn your event into an extraordinary celebration of music, dance, and pure fun. For booking and inquiries, visit www.justcoolradio.com or call +44 7904 598 848. Get ready to dance the night away with Just Cool Radio, where every beat brings the heat.
Just Cool Radio, and that's what the dial said. Dirty.
Are you looking to take your business, community project, or product to the next level? Want to reach a dynamic and engaged audience? Look no further than JusCoolRadio.com. At Just Cool Radio, we offer the perfect platform to showcase your brand. Our diverse programming and loyal listeners are the ideal match for your advertising needs. Whether you're a local business, an emerging entrepreneur, we've got you covered. Want to add some star power to your event? Book Just Cool Radio talent to bring excitement and professionalism to your next big occasion. Our talented hosts and DJs will keep your audience entertained and engaged. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Visit JusCoolRadio.com today to learn more about our affordable advertising packages and booking options. Just Cool Radio, disturbing the silence, catching the eyes of many.
Once upon a time, in the cozy Just Cool Radio studio, where the beats were always bumping and the vibes were always cool, lived a tiny kitten named Bop. Bop was the pet star of JusCoolRadio.com, and she loved nothing more than snuggling up next to her owner, Anton Too Bad DJ, after a long day of spinning tunes. One fateful night, after a particularly groovy radio show hosted by Glam Nadz and featuring a special guest MC, Bop found herself alone in the studio, surrounded by all the equipment that made her owner's beats come to life. Mesmerized by the blinking lights and shiny buttons, Bop couldn't resist exploring the DJ controls. Just as Bop was about to give up on her DJ dreams and curl up for a catnap, two unlikely friends burst into the studio. King Trunks, the big, friendly elephant, and Snakey, the sneaky snake with a mischievous glint in her eye. Together, they introduced Bop to the secret world of the JusCoolRadio with a catchy rap song that had Bop bouncing to the beat. But their fun was interrupted when King Trunks suddenly had to attend to an urgent matter, blowing his nose and using the restroom. Left alone with Snakey, Bop soon realized that not all the creatures in the studio were as friendly as King Trunks. Snakey, with her sly smile, tried to trick Bop into handing over the spare key to the DJ equipment. You see, dear Bop, Snakey whispered, there's a magic key hidden in my belly that makes the DJ equipment work perfectly. All you have to do is crawl in and fetch it. Bop hesitated, unsure of Snakey's intentions. But before she could make a decision, King Trunks returned with a mighty trumpet, sending Snakey slithering away in fear. With a swift stomp and a gentle trunk lift, King Trunks banished Snakey from the studio, ensuring Bop's safety. As Anton returned to the studio, unaware of the nighttime adventure that had unfolded, Bop felt a sense of relief and gratitude towards her newfound friends. With a contented purr and a sleepy meow, Bop curled up next to Anton, feeling safe and loved. And as the stars twinkled outside the studio window, King Trunks leaned in close to Bop and whispered, as long as you are in the JusCoolRadio kingdom, you are safe. With a happy heart, Bop drifted off to sleep, knowing that she was surrounded by friends who would always watch over her. And so in the magical world of JusCoolRadio, where pet toys come to life and adventures await, Bop's first night in the studio became a tale of friendship, bravery, and the power of music to